So, question number 1 is determine the vertex of y equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 7. What we're noticing about this is that this equation right here, it's actually in the general form. Again, what is the general form good for? It's good to give us our roots, it's good to give us our y-intercepts, but it doesn't do a really great job of giving us our vertex. So what we need to do is we need to change it to standard form, because when we get it to standard form we just say, oh, the vertex is at P comma Q, no big deal. The steps that we need to take in here are very similar to the completing the square that we used. We need to think in terms of perfect square trinomials. So let me just write this out again. Y equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 7. Now remember, when we're completing the square, we always want to have that a equaling 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out a 3 from the first two terms. 3x squared minus 4x. And then I can just leave this plus 7 all on its lonesome. So the question here is, what do I need to add to this to make it a perfect square trinomial? So we can do a little bit of algebra on the side. Remember, negative 4 divided by 2 squared. Okay, that is what we need to add and subtract in this situation to make it a perfect square trinomial. In this case, negative 4 divided by 2 is, well, it's 2, squared is 4. So we have here y equals 3x squared minus 4x plus 4. Now we need to subtract it too, minus 4, because we would need to pretend that it didn't really exist. We can add 4 as long as we subtract 4, because this equals out to 0, plus 7. Now the tricky thing about this is we need to multiply this 4. If we want to get it out, we need to multiply that 4 by 3. So I'm just going to go like this. Y equals 3x squared minus 4x plus 4. Now, minus 3 times 4, minus 12 plus 7. Now, you might think, oh, Mrs. Woodyard, this is a little bit confusing here, and it feels like we're doing a lot of steps. Why did we do that? Da, 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 da. This is a perfect square trinomial. That's exactly what we want. So then, what we can do is, instead of saying that, we can say x minus 2 squared. Negative 12 plus 7 is negative 5. So we have it in the lovely standard form. We went from general form to standard form in like 4 steps. Okay? So when we look at this, we can easily say, okay, so it's been vertically stretched by a factor of 3 and moved to the right 2 and down 5. What else does it tell us? The vertex is at 2, comma, negative 5. And we're done.